Hey guys, how's it going today? And it's Mana Collections here, back with another video for you guys. And today we're going to be taking a look at a few pops I picked up this week, and some stuff I got last week. We're also going to be taking a look at this box that I grabbed from GameStop the other day. So in case you don't know what this is the Funko Mystery Box, the 2018 version. This was a GameStop exclusive a year ago. It still is. They have them left over because they did not sell very well. And they're on clearance right now, so I think they're like $8.98 or something like that. Could be a few bucks more or less. So I figured we would crack into this thing today. I already opened it, so I won't have like any shock value or anything from this, but I will be giving my thoughts on this box. To start with, I don't like this box at all, and we'll get into why in about a minute. So the first thing you see when you open the box is this, which is kind of weird, but we're going to get into this in a second. So the first thing we're going to pull out here is this Tom and Jerry plush, and I don't like this. It is very creepy looking, looks nothing like Jerry. It is a GameStop exclusive plushie. This is weird, and I'm not sure why it's in this box to begin with. I don't know if it has something to do with like TV or cartoons or anything like that. So this is in here. I am not a fan of this, so I'm kind of upset with that. Next up, as you probably saw, we have the Count Chocula Pez dispenser. Again, a very kind of strange, not really a strange thing to have in here, but a little something different. I am not a Pez fan. I don't collect these, and I don't particularly like Pez myself. So, I mean, if you're into it, it's cool. If not, I mean, I guess it is what it is. Before we get to, let's just reach in and see what comes out next. So, in here is probably one of the most common pops I've ever seen. It is Angela, the Gargoyle pop, but we'll get into her in a second. The final thing that's in this box is this. Let me just get rid of this box here, because I do not need it. So it's these bag of like stars. I'm not sure exactly what these are for. I'm not sure if it's part of the Pez thing or what it is. I'm not going to open them because they're just going to get everywhere, and personally I don't feel like cleaning up stars for the next 10 minutes. So yeah, if anybody knows what these are for, leave it in the comments what these are actually for, and maybe we'll do something with them in the next video or something like that. But moving on to the pop, this is Angela. I already have one of these from I think it was a giveaway or something like that. I already have one, and I'm not really that into her. I'm not a Disney fan, I've never really watched the Gargoyles, so I have no idea what's up with Angela here, but we'll open her and take a look and see what she looks like today. So let's see. Alright, so Angela here, she's one of those pops that come with the stand because she's like really super top heavy on her own. It's kind of weird, her head kind of turns and twists. I'm not sure if it's supposed to do that. I mean, I do like the detail work they did on the wings, and the fact that there's like little hands on the wings. They gave her some earrings. Again, I don't know much about gargoyles, but this is one of the 2 gargoyle pops I have. I got one from Target, and I'm not sure exactly what his name is. I believe it is, yeah, I'm not sure. He's up there somewhere. Actually, I'm looking at the Angela pop right now. I don't need this, so I might do a giveaway or something with maybe this entire box, maybe just Angela herself. I'm not 100% sure yet what I want to do, but we'll see. Now to get into some actual cool stuff. So I got a couple pops this week. The first one I'm going to show off, just because he's already out of the box, is Oryx. So Oryx is from Destiny 2 or Destiny 1. He was added in the Taken King expansion. Honestly, one of my favorite games. So the reason Oryx here is out of box is because when I picked up his box from GameStop, it was water damaged pretty heavily. I'll show it here to show you what the box looks like, why it's water damaged and everything. But yeah, so Oryx himself is really awesome looking. They put a lot of detail work into him. They really gave this guy a lot of love and care. He's actually the profile picture for my Instagram page. He is just, they gave him a mouth. The mouth is actually open. There's some space back there. The sword is done really well. The wings are just awesome with the detail. You could feel like the folds in them. He is just overall really, really well done. And I'm so glad that they decided to make a pop of him. So I kind of just have him sitting around. The next pop we're going to get into is one I actually grabbed today. Moving right along into another Destiny. Today we got Emperor Callus. If you don't know who Emperor Callus is, he was added in... he was in the base game. He was from the raid Leviathan, which was a really hard raid that I don't think I ever actually got the pleasure of finishing, where you actually fight him. He's also takes part in the Menagerie, a new kind of game mode that you can do with a fire team of 6. Really cool. So the only thing is his box is a little damaged. Mostly, let me get him out and I'll show you what I mean by damaged. He is actually really, really heavy. He's a really heavy kind of pop. So I just dropped something. The damage is right here on the top of the box, and there's some side damage. I mean, overall, not too horrible. I can live with it. So let's take a look at Callus himself. So, like I said, Callus is really heavy. Like, he is a pop with a lot of weight to him, for pretty good reason, actually. He is huge. Again, they did a lot of good detail on him. They added the Menagerie symbol here. He looks pretty much like he does in the game. He's a Cabal, so he kind of has like that weird alien face going on. They put a lot of detail into Justice Throne. These here are actually like little flappable pieces, or at least this one is. I'm not going to move it around too much. But he is overall really done with the detail very well. Looks just like he did in the game, and honestly, I could not be happier. Because he's a GameStop exclusive, I went to a few GameStops, and only one in my area actually had him. So it took me a really long time to find him, but I'm so glad that I did. He was well worth the wait to get him. So, moving right along, the next pop we got this week was Forky. I picked Forky up at GameStop. I traded in a bunch of stuff that I didn't need, so I was able to afford a few pops. I picked Forky up. I haven't watched Toy Story 4 yet. The difference between what makes this Forky the exclusive one and not the regular one is, as you can see right here, in the regular version he's actually smiling. The reason I picked Forky up mainly, I'm not a huge like Toy Story fan or a Disney fan. I picked him up because he was an exclusive, and one of my friends kind of urged me to get him, mostly because he is very interesting looking, so I do like him. So let's get him out and actually see what he looks like. One day I will be good at doing this. Alright, seems like Forky has... There we go. Cool. The reason I take my time with it is I'm trying not to damage the box, because I do collect them. So Forky himself is extremely light, very light pop. So looks like Forky was just made with a bunch of objects a kindergartner, I would say, would have. A spork. These look like some popsicle sticks. Here's some tape or glue, and these just feel and these are like twine. The twine actually has an interesting kind of feeling to it. Nothing like I've ever really felt before. He kind of just is a spork, you know, that weird tool that they give you in school to eat cereal or whatever with. On the bottom it says Bonnie, so I'm going to assume this is some kid's toy Bonnie. I remember reading something interesting about how toys are made in a universe, because obviously Sporky is in a toy, but the fact that he was made into a toy is something interesting. That means anything could be a toy, pretty much. He's pretty cool, though. Again, not a huge Toy Story fan, but again, it's interesting. I find his pop design very interesting. So the next one we have here is the Witch Doctor. This is the Witch Doctor from Scooby-Doo. I'm like a late 90s kid, early 2000s. So this is the Scooby-Doo I remember. You know, with the spooky Space Crook and Phantom, and especially the Ghost Clown. This episode creeped me out a lot with the Phantom Shadow, but like, overall, really interesting looking. We're going to take him out in a second, take a look at him. But I remember a lot of Scooby-Doo, just a lot of watching Scooby-Doo on like VHS and stuff like that. And overall, it just being a really interesting, cool experience that, you know, they were just kids solving mysteries, and, you know, that really fascinated. I mean, the talking dog, honestly, probably sold me most of the time, but the fact that they were just a group of kids solving mysteries, you know, and and it always seemed like the bad guy was the person you'd least expect. So, I don't remember the Witch Doctor episode too much, I want to say. I wish I could, but I don't remember it too much right now. I'm sure it'll come back to me after I'm done making this or halfway through. So, this is the Witch Doctor figure. Kinda has the same problem that young Gohan had, as in the staff. The bottom of the staff isn't, like, made out of a super dense plastic or anything. So as we turn him around, he is, I mean, from the back, he's not really much to look at. From the front, they put a good amount of detail on his mask. The staff is done pretty well. His face looks a little wonky, just because it is in the pop style, especially around the eyes. I'm not used to the pops having, like, more realistic type eyes. I'm more used to, oops, sorry, Forky. Forky, like, eyes like this, the black, kind of abyss-looking eyes. Overall, though, really good looking. I do enjoy the way he looks, and it does bring me back to fond memories of watching Scooby-Doo on, like, Saturday mornings. So the next one we're picking up here is we have Twinkie the Kid. Twinkie, I didn't actually pick up myself. A friend of mine picked him up from FYE, if I'm right. I think it's FYE, one of them. They had a deal. It was like buy two, get one 75% off. So I got 3 of those pops. Oddly enough, even though I really did want Twinkie just because he's an ad icon, I have never actually had a Twinkie. So I don't know if they're good. I don't know if they're bad. I will not pass judgment on someone's snack. I'm sure a lot of people love Twinkies. I've just never had the opportunity to actually eat one. But the reason I'm so interested in the Twinkie Pop itself is because he actually has a lasso. And I've never seen a Pop have a lasso quite like this. So the cool part about this is the lasso actually is a little movable. Not that he's gonna be moving or anything. He's going right in the back in the box after this. But yeah, I mean, it's Twinkie in a cowboy outfit. There's not a whole lot going on here, but really awesome. I love the fact that the scarf, of course, Hostess had its brand on there. So that's interesting. Just a quick little disclaimer. Any of the stuff in this video, any of the characters, names, anything like that, I don't own, unless I directly state it. I know that's in the comments, but I don't want that to come back and bite me one day, so I don't own the rights to any of the Funko stuff, any of the characters, any of the names, anything like that. That goes from every video before this and every video going forward. I just wanted to tell you guys that, just because, you know, YouTube is a little weird these days. But let's move right along here. So this one's kind of a double. So I'm only gonna take out the one. I'm only gonna take out the one Reaper. So I have the standard Overwatch Reaper. I believe this is a Caesar Series 2 Reaper. Yeah, I think it's a Series 2 Reaper. And then I went to Walmart and picked up the Hellfire Reaper. The reason I said I'm not going to take it out of the box is because these Reapers are exactly identical, except for 2 main things. One, well, obviously the design is a little different, but the kind of translucent area down here is just fire. It's just red. And the guns are slightly different, and the mask is different. Other than that, they're pretty much the same. And to be honest, you can't see it, but there is massive amounts of damage to this box, like crazy amounts of damage, with dents and stuff in the front and the side. I know you can't see it because it's on camera, but Yeah, so we're not going to be opening him, only because I don't want to hurt the box anymore. This one I picked up from GameStop, so it's a little different. It's not as banged up. My only question is for Walmart, right, is why do all your pops be banged up? No matter which GameStop I go to, no matter how many different GameStops I go to, every pop that I try to buy is completely destroyed every time. It's just a simple question. I don't know if it's their shipping, their trucks, how the employees handle the pops themselves. Again, it makes getting the Walmart exclusive ones so much more difficult just because the boxes are always banged up. So this is Core Reaper or regular Reaper. He has a cool like translucent field. I forget what it's called. I haven't played Overwatch in a long time. I do remember Reaper was one of my mains though. Just because, oh, it was Wraith form. That's what it's called, Wraith. Just because his shotguns did so much damage. It looks like there's a little dust or paint fuck up in the back, but oh well. So yep, this is Reaper. Like I said, the Hellfire one isn't much different. It's just red with a different mask. So I will not be taking him out of the box, also because of the damage. Sorry about that, guys, if you're disappointed, but I do not want to risk banging up the box any more than it already is. So I'm sorry about that, but I just don't personally feel comfortable taking everything out of the box like that because it's already banged up enough. So moving right along, we have another ad icon right here. We're looking at is it Colonel? I believe it's Colonel Sanders, but they say Colonel Sanders on the box. I don't really get it, but it's even like that on the side of the box, so maybe it's Colonel. I am not a fan of KFC. Now, don't get offended. Hear me out. I love fried chicken, but I don't like KFC, and I definitely don't like Popeyes. I know, uncommon opinions or whatever, or hated, but personally, I am just not a fan. I've never liked them. I do like the mashed potatoes, though, from KFC. But I never really been into, like, the buckets of chicken or anything like that. But, so, he kind of just looks like an old man with glasses and a bucket of chicken. Yeah, he's in, like, a white suit. Kind of looks like Alex Trebek from the back. There's really not much going on here. He is just an old guy. I don't know how else to say it. The chicken really looks good, though. As you can see right there. It kind of just looks like a brown mash of potatoes or something like that. But not too bad at all. Alright, so we're going to get to the last pop, which I'm super excited for. This one I've been wanting to take out of the box since I got it, but decided to wait because I wanted to make a video on it. This is, oh yeah, Colonel Sanders was also part of the FYE deal. This was the last one. This is Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors. I've never watched the show. I plan to, though, or was it a movie? One of them. It was either a movie or a show. I plan to watch them, but have not had the chance yet. So, the reason I find this one so cool is just, it looks like a real Venus flytrap, and that's saying something. Pops themselves generally look really good. Excuse me. Pops themselves look really good all the time, but I love when pops go the extra mile to add all that extra detail and stuff. So, we'll see what we mean when we take this out. Excuse me. The only thing is, though, is that this is taped. I'm not sure if that's because the pop was too heavy or what's up with that. But we're going to open her up without damaging the box, hopefully, just so I can get a good look at the pop itself. I want to get her out because I do want to, like, look at her and, like, take some pictures of her and stuff. But I don't want to damage the box to a point where if I need to sell her, it'll be, like, a tipping point, almost. So, let's see here. Looking for something sharp that I can use to try and open the box up without destroying it. There we go. Should have done that from the start. Right, now let's get Audrey out and see what she looks like. This is another like really heavy pop too. Kind of like Callus. come on now. Don't fight me too much. Alright, awesome. So put that back there. And let's get Audrey the plant out. So from what I understand, Audrey is a Venus flytrap that kind of grew to huge lengths. Now, this pop I'm in love with. Again, haven't seen the show, but I'm absolutely in love with this thing. The detail is done so well on the leaves. The vines have little spines on them, and Audrey's pot is amazing. Oops, sorry, bumped the camera. Even the detail on the underside of her neck is amazing. But what I love the most is all these sharp rows of teeth. Just all these sharp rows of, well, there's only two, but the sharp rows of teeth, the tongue, just making it look more and more like a real plant. I absolutely enjoy it. Yeah, so, I mean, guys, that's pretty much it for the end for this video. I do want to say one thing, two things. So, the box that I originally started with, the, I don't know where it went, the Funko GameStop box, this one here, I don't recommend buying. I understand there's maybe one or two different pops you can get inside. It's Angela and something else. And the other one, and there is a chance of getting like a really cool Chase variant. I bought two and had both double Angelas, and it was a waste of $17, especially because I already had this box before. So it really wasn't worth the $17 I spent on it. But I know that's a gamble I take, but my honest opinion, don't buy those boxes. It's not worth it, especially for the creepy plush you get inside. But do buy the other boxes. I do quite like the other boxes, so there is that. I wouldn't recommend that one specifically, but you guys are to do your free will. Next video, I plan on covering the my favorite set, which, hint hint, or not a hint hint, I'm just going to tell you, it's the Venom series. I absolutely love the Symbiote Pops, the Venom Pops, the Carnage, so we'll all be working on that in the next video. Hope you guys do enjoy the video. Like, comment, subscribe if you guys are interested in checking out more of my content. Make sure you hit the bell icon if you want to stay updated from when I post. I know YouTube's a little weird. And guys, I got a question for you. What is your favorite pop? Leave it below in the comments section, and maybe we could have a little discussion. So I will see you guys in the next one. Alright, GameStop is doing something cool where their sales are coming up. I think pops are buy 3 or buy 2 get 1 20% off, or buy 3 for 20, something like that. So we'll probably be checking out the pops my local GameStop has, and we'll be going from there and getting probably 3 pops. Alright guys, like I said, I'm going to end it here. I've been rambling, so I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.